Couple questions. First, a sports question, then a food-related question. Do you have an outlook for the Carolina Panthers for this season? Have you been following any training camps, any good or bad? What are you feeling about the Panthers this season?
Well, for day one, this family has been huge Panther fans. It's the home team. Love football, love sports. And I was just scared to death during the off season that, our tailback number 22 is such a prize
CMC,
to anybody that had him. Were you afraid that he might get traded for a plethora of players or some huge
mistake? He's a
mistake?
stud. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking he would have gotten traded. I mean, that, especially with Kuechly retiring, if Christian McCaffrey would have gotten traded, I mean, that would have been, you're talking about a rebuild entirely. And I think now they're trying to build the team around, number 22.
They just need to get a double tough fullback that can take some snaps, get some yardage, take some of those carries away from him, in my estimation, but not just be a blocking fullback. I think the NFL's evolved to where now fullbacks can catch passes, they can run, they can do all those things. And it'll give you a variety. If that guy is a top-notch running back, what's wrong with putting them both in the backfield on a given time to where you don't just know who's getting the handoff? I think that's the issue. We don't have a lot of mystery on running downs. It's give it to McCaffrey. And like any running back, he's going to take a lot of abuse. So they need to be some alternatives as far as who's getting some reps.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, he needs to just maybe put the Spinebuster to a couple of those guys this season and, get them like that fire under them, and let's get to the playoffs. Second question, when you do have time at home here in Charlotte, where do you like to get a bite to eat? Where can we see Arn Anderson? What's a good local place?
Beef and Bottle is incredible.
Okay.
Over on South Boulevard, you know where that is?
Yeah. Not too far from the JJ's Red Hots, I think.
If it's Billy Graham and South Boulevard, if you're coming off the interstate, you're heading up Billy Graham, and you get to South Boulevard, you make a left, and it's about a quarter of a mile up on the left. It just looks like just a shack. Man, they have. If you like fried oysters and you like big steaks and you like
talk to me.
Crab dip, brother, they are phenomenal.
Come on now.
Phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
Nakado's Japanese Steakhouse over on 51. Yep. It's probably, we've been going there since it opened. I don't know how long that's been, 20 years plus. Awesome food.
I'll tell you what, my favorite place is South 21 Junior.
Now, I'm sure my wife has ate there. Is that the place that has great breakfast? Is that the same place I'm thinking about?
Yes. Yep. Right there off, not too, going down Tryon a little bit.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There's some hidden gems, in Charlotte.
You bet.
If you search.
Big guy like me, trust me, good eats aren't hard to find.
Brother, I like to eat too. It's one of those things that guys we're grown ass men. We can enjoy a good meal, right?
Come on now. Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you. That's all I got for you.
Okay. And hey, my son, the youngest one, is a diehard Hornets fan too, as well. So,
well, I thought I'd throw you a curveball there. I didn't want to ask you. I want to ask you about football. I know you're a big Panthers fan, so I didn't know how much you knew about the new era of the Charlotte Hornets team. But perhaps the next Zoom you're on, I'll have a chance to ask you about the Charlotte Hornets.
How do you think, off the top of your head, that first draft pick was? Is that a good call?
Oh, James Bouknight? Oh, still, we won the draft again. We won the draft last year with LaMelo Ball. We won it again this year, number 11. That's always been a lucky pick for us. We got Kai Jones, another first-round pick. I was actually at the Spectrum Center last night for the draft party, so we got some good guys in there.
Nice.
Young team, playoff bound, no doubt this year for sure.
I'm gonna take you at your word.
All right.
All righty.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for popping in.
You bet.
Oh, and speaking of loving food, Arn and I were just talking before we got on here about how Friday night is pizza night at both of our houses. So, anybody else have